Hey, once again, everybody, welcome to Rewind Time with Brandonwound Pickups. Today is another big conversion pickup day. And that's what the episode's going to be. And today, it's not going to be a P90 PAF. It's going to be a Fender Lapsteel, an original 50s Fender Lapsteel 6-string pickup, which is basically a tele pickup minus the brass plate, and the bottom plate is like that rectangular shape there you see. But this is original from the 50s. There's the top, here's the bottom. And it's nice and old and ornate. And you can tell the pickups are, the magnets are large on the bottom there, and they're much smaller on the top. Fender did that way to, push them through the flat work better, which is the black material. It's called flat work, other known as vulcanized fiber. And I've done about, 10 of these in the past 10 years. What I've done is you have to carefully, gingerly push these magnets through the bottom very carefully, and so slowly. And what you're doing is you're separating the bottom plate, the bottom part of the vulcanized fiber, and then you attach a telecatser base plate. And that's not going to be easy. It's never easy to do these, but it can be done. I've done many successful transplants, is what I call them. So first what we'll do is we'll take the leads out, and then I'll blow away all the solder from there and get both ends of the pickup and isolate them, protect them for the transplant. And then I'll carefully, take the coil off the base plate and transplant without moving the magnets within the coil, because you can destroy the coil. And it's all for nothing, basically, because this is a very old, from the 50s. It's got the black wax. See the black wax, and the black wax is on the yellow lead too. It's black wax. The string underneath is actually white, but it's so black that it covers the white color out. I may be wrong, but I think Fender used black crayons and paraffin wax, because that's what I use, and it looks the same, smells the same, and it feels the same. So that's what I use for the black wax formula, if anybody out there wanted to try it. And if you ever pot a pickup, by the way, with hot wax, I would do it in a fryer situation where you can control the temperature. You don't want the wax to be over 150 degrees. And you've got that fryer basket that you can put the pickups in, so the pickup is not sitting directly onto the heat of the actual heat source, or else you will damage the pickup. That's going to be hotter than 150. You want the pickup to be soaked into the melted wax that's 150, not the surface of the heat source. So anyway, now that I told you what we're doing, I'm going to get busy and get this thing going. And when I get the bottom off successfully, I will then show you that. And that'll be instant, because I'm just going to press pause on the recording. You know how it is. See, that was instant. And it was a successful extraction. So here's the coil. Here's underneath. Now, do you see the white string? That string is actually white, and the black wax is on the outside. And that is the wire. So I double checked the coil, and it's still working after I took it off the base. And by the way, please don't try this at home either. You're just going to screw the wire up. I have a lot of experience. I've been doing this for a long time. So we are ready to put this on the base plate of a Telecaster bridge pickup, and then a brass plate goes on that as well, and we'll put some new leads on it so they reach the pots in the switch, and it'll be done. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back with you in an instant. All right, so we have the coil now attached to the new base plate and the new brass plate under that, and here it is. See, sometimes a problem that you can run into doing these is if, you know, here's your black base that we just put on the tele style. There's a better angle. And sometimes that is just a hair thinner than the old original base. And if that's the point, or if that's the case, then when you put the base on, and if you know, have it nice and snug, you may have magnet poles that exceed the bottom of the base, and then when you put your brass on, the brass base, then there's a tiny little hairline gap that'll cause all sorts of feedback and trouble, and you can't have that. So what you want to do, so what I have to do once in a while is you have to kind of, I don't know, you know, you have to finesse that, and you'll fill in that tiny little hairline crack, you know, on top. So you'll have a little wax. You need to pretty much marry the coil to the base plate at a certain point and then wax it. In which I had to re-wax this, and all the old funk went away, and it looks pretty new. That's the way it would have looked new from Fender in the 50s. You know, it still looks crude, but trust me, that's the way it looked new, and they put it in the guitar, and back then they weren't meant to be exposed anyhow, so it wasn't really a concern how they looked. So here you have it. It's a nice conversion. It's now considered a 50s tele pickup. It's never been rewound, or the coil hasn't been messed with. It's still the original hand wound coil from whichever lady or man wound the pick. Usually it was women that hand wound the pickups back then in the Fender factory, but I don't know. It could be, who knows, maybe a child. I don't know who did it. But anyway, no, that's not the case. But yeah, here's a nice closer look. Pretty awesome. That's what it looks like. You can slap it on an original tele, and there you go. You have an original magnet, original wound wire Telecaster bridge pickup. So thanks a lot for watching. These conversions are really difficult. Like I said before, please don't try it at home. You'll just waste a lot of money. These go for a lot of money. The pedal steels do, because of people are known to do these transplants, and usually they don't even change this out. They just slap a copper thing underneath and put it in a tele. So people are actually, the price of these are going really high now. I think about 5 or 6 years ago you can get them for a lot cheaper, like maybe a couple $100. But now they're like $800-900. So if you find one and you want to do a tele transplant like I just did, I charge around $240 to do that. So it would have to really be a specific reason why you would want to pay that much for me to do this. You know, it would, you know, maybe to put in an original 50s Telecaster, that might be worth doing, because an original Telecaster bridge pickup is just unbelievably expensive. So that's where we are, folks. Anyway, please check out all my other episodes, and look at BrandonwoundPickups.com if you need any new pickups or new old-looking pickups, anything like that. I do T-tops too. No one else has the T-top options, just me. Also, check out the Guitar Knobs podcast. I'm on there, Todd Novak and Tony Dudzik from Pit Guardian. We're on that podcast, always talking to somebody. Pedal, guitar builder, all sorts of builders, and one-on-one episodes as well. Anyway, again, thanks a lot for checking out Rewind Time with Brandonwound Pickups, and now you know this can be done. Have a good one. We'll see you on the next one.